episode
14. And so
I can't read.
we're starting school this week. Exciting. This is before we go back to LA, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're starting school this week. And so we were like, you know how around June, July, August, like all summer long, you see those 30-year-old YouTubers that have nothing to do with school anymore.
Yeah.
Doing, like back to school hauls. And they're super cringy and like really unnecessary. Nobody asked for it. We are here to give you exactly that. Nobody asked for this, but we wanted a haul because it's our last semester at school. Yeah. And we were like, I want cute stationery. So
I mean, might as well. It's
yeah.
the last one. Might as well
oh wait, I didn't introduce us. I'm Diana.
I'm Andrea. In my head, I introduced. Oh my god! It's like the you. Oh my god! It's like that show.
And we're Bitch the Pot.
We're Bitch the Pot.
This is a whole mess.
This is why I should not have watched that video before.
But it was good though.
It was good. Okay.
Just because it's so before we seconds before we press record, Andrea was going through YouTube and she saw that there was the video of you without Joe's voiceover. And I was telling her, I was like, I don't care that we have to record. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna watch the whole thing right now. And so she was watching it, and it's so freaking bad. I'm gonna put a link because it's just, you have to watch it if you've seen you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we have a haul of things that we only went to Daiso because, you know,
we on a budget.
we on a budget, but we still want a cute shit, and I don't like Walmart.
Yeah, Daiso always delivers on the cuteness factor.
Yeah. And so we have our bag here. We're just gonna pull things like one by one.
Yeah.
And talk
It's
about
a pretty big bag.
And why we picked them.
Yeah. All right.
This is a big bag. I hope you keep it. She paid for the bag. My shit's just in there.
I know.
Okay.
One bag for both.
First item is my soda. I call it a canica soda because there's a marble in there, but that's not what it's actually called. It's the ramen. Yeah. And I got the peach flavor because I love peach.
Are you gonna drink it now?
Yes, I'm popping this open now.
She's ready for school.
Sponsor us, even though
she has to take one every day to school. It's just one. Imagine if you did.
Okay, the reason I put this, the reason why I kept this in the bag for this video is because they are so freaking good. And I remember that when I brought one home that my dad saw it, I guess he never noticed that I used to drink them, but I brought one home and he was like, you should do a tutorial on how to open the bottle because it's so interesting.
Do you really want to show yourself trying to pop this on the bottle?
Ooh,
I
right
shut
in front
up
of the mic
so that I didn't catch it.
It's like popping a champagne bottle, but it's
because I remember one time you tried to do it in the car and it did not. It wasn't working. All right, so now that she has her drink in her
I'm gonna put this away because it's bubbling.
Wait, this one's yours.
Then grab something that's yours. Honestly, my shit's on
Pocky. Yeah. I grabbed the Pocky Almond Crush because I like almonds. But I know a lot of people don't like them because it gets just stuck in your throat and stuff.
Yeah, plus, nut allergies.
Kind of choking. Yeah. I
like how this is supposed to be a back to school haul for the month of January, and we're doing food.
Well, yeah, you can't go to school on an empty stomach.
Yeah, but you know damn well you're gonna eat those later today, like.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Way before school.
Alright, so that was mine. A little Pocky.
Okay.
Ooh, it comes with 2 packs. I didn't even see that.
Oh. I got Pockies too, but I got a different one. These are the chocolate ones, but they're to make them pop. I'm gonna wait for the clock to stop. Okay. These are the chocolate flavor, and they're covered in, I'm assuming cacao powder. I think so. It says they're covered in powder, but yeah. Yeah. Pockies.
I've never had those types.
Yeah, I've never had these ones either. I've never even seen these.
I wonder, when you open it, it's gonna be like a bunch of powder. Like white chicks. Okay.
Honestly, that seems iconic.
Yeah. Alright. Dude, what the fuck?
Honestly, this is like anything you could ask for when it's like, what did I get for Christmas 2019?
Yeah.
But it's a back to school haul.
Okay, so I got this one, and I got it because it says One Fine Day. And then I was telling Diana at the store that it reminded me of something, but I couldn't figure it out. So I had to, like, YouTube it, and it's a song title that one of my favorite Korean singers wrote. And I remember listening to it all the time in high school when I didn't even... It was like a heartbreak type of song. I was like, why am I listening to this? Like, I have no reason.
You're like, I've never experienced heartbreak.
No.
This is it.
I was here like, it is a jam.
Did it hit
honestly.
different?
It really did. Every time. And I played the music video, and then I tried to make a video, but with the lyrics. Because I couldn't find the lyrics in English or both the Korean lyrics and the English one, so I could both understand it and sing it and know what he's saying. So I was like, should I just make my own? I was, but then like a week or two later, I looked it up again, and somebody made it, and I was like, yes.
Oh my god.
They got my back out there.
That reminds me, cute little quick story similar to your whole writing the lyrics thing.
Mm-hmm.
So before I knew how the internet worked, and trust me, it took way too long to figure out how it worked, I was still in high school and didn't know that there was a such thing as Googling lyrics for this song. And so I would sit there and I would purchase a song first off on iTunes. And then I would re-listen and listen and listen to the song and write the lyrics on a note, like in a notebook.
What?
And so I have a notebook somewhere in this house.
Oh my god! And you should
full
be
of
like,
lyrics.
I can't forget it. Like what? Oh, dude, that is funny. All right.
I'm not gonna tell you at what age I finally figured it out though.
Oh my god.
It's too late in time. Okay. I got a fountain pen. I already own one, but I wanted another one.
It's a back to school.
Yeah. Well, because I just wanted a pen in general. And I had another pen, but I'm too lazy to get up and go get the other pen that I actually have. It's a cute little, like, 90s moment, the other one I'm talking about. It's gray, and it has, like, a little pom-pom. Mm-hmm. And then out of the pom-pom is bunny ears.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You were like, oh, they have it.
Yeah. I bought that before school ended, but I never got to use it.
Now, why would you buy it?
It was literally like finals week when I bought it.
You're like, ready?
Yeah.
You're gonna ace this.
So yeah, I got a fountain pen. It comes with the little ink cartridge, so I can...
Oh, that's cool. I didn't see that.
Yeah. I don't think there's an ink cartridge in there, so it only has one ink cartridge.
I think so.
But I always have refills, so...
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
On to the next.
I think this one's...
You have to dig, because I bought my stuff after
this one's
she did.
mine.
Yeah. And he just like...
Yeah, I think...
My stuff.
Oh, yeah, it is, because it says... Okay, so I got this water-based pen. Mm-hmm. And I remember I bought it because I saw that it said Mitsubishi pencil. And I was like, oh, they sell in pencils too.
She bought a car.
Yeah, I bought a car. And it looks kind of cool, honestly. And it says Uni, and I know the Uni ballpoint pen. I was like, okay,
oh, yeah.
2 brands in one? I was like, alright. So, I'm going to have to try to not lose this one for sure. That one's going to be difficult.
Okay. Should I go into other stationery?
Yeah.
So I bought this mechanical pencil that I was confused because I thought it was a pen. It's really, really, really tiny.
It's
like, I'm pretty sure you can't actually see it on camera, and I'm not a beauty guru, and I'm not going to get up and be like, oh, look at my pen.
I'll do it.
No, we're not those people. Anyways, it's a tiny little mechanical pencil, like super, super thin. This packaging was not necessary for it because this pencil's like way smaller than this.
Yeah, I like how it has a little like pearl.
Yeah, there's like a little pearl on top, and it's green. Green is like my favorite color, so it works for me.
Alrighty, let's see. Oh, I get one of my first ones. So Daiso, the only thing that I don't really like is that they have really tiny notebooks, and they're cute and all, but they only have like 30 pages in them. And I was just like, I'm gonna use that in a week. So I got one of the bigger ones that has 80 pages, and they only had like a bright green, a bright blue, and a bright yellow, so I bought the bright yellow one so I could actually see it in my backpack.
And they only sell wide ruled too, is what I've noticed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Wow. I bet myself.
We're going to 3rd grade.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this is just going to be for notes anyway, so
it doesn't
really
matter,
going to see it.
It doesn't matter.
It really does not. But yeah, I like this one. Oh, my favorite part about it though, you could rip the pages out. I've always had that problem with other notebooks where they don't have it like already pre.
I've taken apart a notebook like that on accident.
Yeah, you could easily just tear it up.
Should I do a notebook too? I only bought one notebook because I don't actually take a lot of notes. I'm that person that I sit there and I like.
She takes it all in. She's in the moment.
In the moment. No, the reason I didn't want to get more notebooks is because one, I actually have some notebooks like already. Mm-hmm. It's just a little addition to my collection. But also, I feel like I know some of the classes we're going to have next semester. I have 2 that are online, so I'm not going to take notes for those. And then I have 2 more that I've heard things about the professors that they don't actually teach the class. Like, you just sit there and you read the textbook, which I won't be taking notes on because we have to actually buy the textbooks. Those are the only textbooks that we don't have the option to, like, rent.
You have to buy them.
You have to buy them. So I'm just might as well going to take my notes in the textbooks. Like, I'm just going to highlight it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's yours.
Yeah. So I bought this tiny, cute little one. And I know that she was talking about how she's like, I don't like their little notebooks. But I thought this one's cute because it has a little folder on the front. I don't know if you can see it. But this is a folder, this thing. You don't take this off. And so when you give me things like folders and pockets, I tend to, like, overfill them. This will probably be broken within a week.
It will be. It's so fragile.
And then, knowing me, I'm going to break it within a week,
You're
too.
going to put, like a fat one.
I will probably put a pen and, like, a candy or, like, something to entertain me in class, you know?
A Pocky.
Just one. Just one.
Hope it doesn't break.
Oh, my God. But, yeah. It's funny because your notebook is wide ruled, like the actual notebook,
the yellow
and this
one,
tiny little, like, notepad is college ruled.
That's wild. I mean, well, I'm going to show them something else.
But yeah, that's my one complaint too, is that their notebooks really are like 5 pages total. Mm-hmm. This is 70 pages. Ooh. And I will go through this quick, trust. When I do take notes, I take a lot of notes. And plus, you know, I draw sometimes, so.
100%. Alright. Now, on to the bigger notebook. Okay, so this one, it's a blue one. Like I said, they only had green, blue, and the yellow. And it's also 80 pages, but this one is college ruled. See, I didn't see that one was wide ruled. But at the same time, I can't complain because it's not like nobody's gonna see it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. That's all that.
So, hold on, I have to figure out. Oh, you have some cute ones.
I did.
Okay. Yeah. I like having the little. Is that your phone? Going nuts.
I think so. Okay.
Okay, that's the thing. That's gonna bother the shit out of me. So I have this little. You for sure cannot see this. I'll probably insert a clip of it. But they're the little, like, point markers where so that I can separate this by subjects or, like, by dates or whatever. However I choose to separate it. And sort it out. Then I take one of these little things and I put like, this is for blah 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 class. You know.
I feel like mine are gonna be, like, torn apart real quick. I'm scared.
That's true.
I want them to look cute.
But I also like marking them for, like, when there's something, like, super, super important where, like, if you are taking notes and a professor's like, this is for sure going to be on the final, then, you know, like, I'm not that person with, like, 20 highlighters on my desk. I hate doing that shit. Plus, I didn't like any of the highlighters at Daiso, so I guess I'm not having highlighters this semester. But, I'll use these to mark, like, really important spots. And I know you got some, too.
Yeah, I did. Alright.
She got two. Just pull both of them.
Alright, so I got the little, like, milk carton ones. I think they're so cute. It reminds me of, like, banana milk and stuff. Okay. And then I got the little otters one because I keep seeing little otters pop up on my TikTok feed. And in general on Instagram, they keep on popping up. And they're so cute.
Otters are really cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, yours are otters? Okay. Mine has a variety of animals. There's cats, bears, pandas, tigers, polar bear. I don't know what those other animals are, but they're cute and I like animals, so. Okay, last item from me. I got a lighter because, cute little story. While I've been up here in the Bay, it gets really cold, and my favorite thing to do is just turn on every single candle in the house, which I know is not the safest because it's not like I'm in every room of the house at the same time. But
every 2 minutes.
You know when the candle gets like really deep and then you're trying to light it, and we're out of matches right now, so I'm using a lighter. I've burnt my thumb in the same place a total of 4 times since I've been up here. Like, I can no longer feel anything on the top of my thumb because of how much I've burnt it. Because literally, as it's finally healing, I burn it again.
You don't have that, like, long kitchen one?
I do, but it's outside and it's cold.
Oh my god.
So, I bought the specific lighters that are meant to light the candles. And it's black, so
it's cute, though.
Yeah, it is cute.
I thought it was big.
MK. This is not a big lighter. This is
MK.
MK. But that's the end of our haul.
Yeah.
So, what are you excited for the semester? Like, what class?
What am I not excited for? I'm excited to get portfolio over with, to be honest, because I've heard so many bad things about it.
Yeah, we have this. So, I don't know if this is like, well, you know, any major that you have during your senior year, your last semester, you take a capstone class, and it's basically a class to prove that, like, you've learned something and that you, basically it's like a kind of review, and then, like, you show what your past work and stuff like that. Well, I don't know how other capstone classes work.
Yeah.
But our class, it's called a portfolio class. And so, basically, it's us putting together a portfolio of everything we've ever worked on while we're in school. And I'm not excited for it because I've heard from people that have already taken the class. They say it's like the biggest waste of the time, especially because they ask you too for, like, I guess it depends on your professor, but they ask for essays for classes that, like, have nothing to do with film. So, like an essay from like any GE, like general ed class, or like a comm class or something, some elective class.
So I'm nervous because I for sure do not have everything.
See, and I'm also nervous because now I'm thinking, I feel like they're gonna ask us for, like, there's one class, it's a intro to audio class, and they had us work on the projects, but the projects that we did were on a flash drive, so I don't have that saved to anything. But the flash drive. And you're supposed to turn in the flash drive, and you could go back and get it the next semester, or like over summer or whatever. I never picked mine up, so I don't have that project.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. I know I have that flash drive somewhere in my room.
You picked yours up?
I had a backup one. No?
No, we didn't back it up. It's the intro to audio class.
Oh yeah, no, that's for sure I don't have.
It's like most classes where I've turned in flash drives, I've never taken the time to back it up on my hard drive. Yeah. So I don't have any of that work.
It's just, I remember I usually feel like, oh, God, I'm done with it. Like, I'm so glad. And then I forget to do it, or I just don't.
Because at the time, I didn't have the hard drive yet. And then also, your professor, I mean, I feel like they should tell you, like, somewhere in, like, the student handbooks for our major, it says that you have to own a hard drive, like a physical hard drive, and you have to back all your work up into it. But I never heard that until my junior year.
Legit.
So any work from before junior year, I do not have.
Not know.
Like, I don't even think I have the first script I've ever written.
Just thinking about it, like, I don't have it.
Plus, it just sounds like a big waste of time to put together. I mean, obviously, like, it would help to put together a portfolio, but I feel like a lot of the work that I've done as a student, I wouldn't want to put on a portfolio. So, we'll see how that goes. Yeah. That's definitely a class that I'm not excited for.
We'll get back on that.
I think I mentioned before, I'm taking 2 online classes, and I know you're not taking them with me. But I'm taking an intro to political science class online.
Oh God, I don't know how that.
Political science is something that really interests me.
Our friend took it, right? I think so. Yeah.
It's something that interests me, so I was like, this sounds like a class that I should take before I graduate. Because I feel like, I'm trying to get my money's worth. Yeah. So I'm taking 6 classes next semester, which is max units. Let her. She's also happy because the heater came on. She was probably cold. Yeah. So I apologize if the audio gets weird because of the heater, but I got it. But yeah, I'm excited for that online class. And then the other online class I'm taking is a CLS. I've taken like thousands of those. I mean, not thousands, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I feel like
hyperbole.
Honestly, I have taken so many.
I feel like I could have minored in CLS.
I should have done that.
But I didn't. I don't want to stay another year because I should have included this in the college video that we did forever ago. But your financial aid ends after 4 years. Well, some of them do, but the only one that I have ends after 4 years. So if I don't graduate this semester, I'm dropping out. So, speaking of graduation, why do we have to pay for it? Like, why isn't it free? I already paid tuition. I've already paid like for everything you could possibly think of. Schools charge you for the most ridiculous things ever that you most likely have no idea what it is or you've never used it. I'm telling you this, okay, so for anybody who has graduated from high school or college before, well, or you've seen a graduation happen, a lot of people always have like I forget what they're called. I'm blanking.
Oh, the little... Is it a tassel?
No, it's not a tassel.
Is it...
Anyways.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bother trying to figure out what it's called.
Got hit there right there.
But it's this thing that you put over your cap and gown.
Yeah.
And it comes like all the way down. I went into the university store and the ones that they sell in there that I wanted to get because I thought, oh, that's cute. Like, I want to have one. It's $40.
Yeah. With tax, probably.
With tax, that's just going to come out to like $200 somehow. Because school be charging you for the most. Oh my god. Like, if you ever sit there and go through every single fee that your school charges you for, they charge you for, obviously, your health center. That makes sense. And they charge you for, like, your student rep and all that shit. But then they charge you other things that you have no idea what they're for. And I understand that, like, they have to pay the staff. They should be paying their professor as well. They should be paying their, honestly, the administration should be paid less. But I'm not going to keep talking about that. And then, of course, anybody who works as a janitor or, like, because those people should be paid more.
They
deal with so much. College is disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't get why everything is so expensive, especially graduation.
I know.
You have to pay to.
I really do want it,
and all that stuff. And I want that thingy, even though it's gonna cost me an arm and a leg.
But if I don't know, it's stupid to say, but I didn't think I was gonna graduate in general, so why not?
Didn't you also say that you didn't think you were going to live past, like, 19 or something?
Yeah, I really didn't. When people were like, what are you going to do in your future? I was like, I didn't even see myself living past 19. I was only planning for so much.
For the longest time, I didn't see myself going to school. No, like, I saw myself going to school, but I thought I was going to end up studying something that my parents would want me to study. Rather than something I wanted to study.
Me too.
Because for the longest time, it was like, oh, she's going to go to med school and become a doctor.
Yeah.
And
I thought I was going to go in something mathematical or whatever, but no. I learned the hard way senior year of high school. I'm not down for that.
See, but
any type of calculus.
What I'm thinking is I want to have another degree besides the one I already have.
Yeah.
Like, even though I'm going to graduate, I'm not going to be done with school. Because I actually like school. And then I like
having, like, something.
Yeah.
To
do. And plus, I feel like I've always been all over the place. I was that bitch who was like, I want to be a veterinarian, but I also want to be a lawyer, but I also want to study film. Like, there's so many things that I want to learn.
I like staying busy.
So I don't know. I'm thinking of being like the next Elle Woods and like trying to apply to law school, even though I study film.
You could do a video. You're a film.
Oh my god! I could do a journey. I can do a documentary on it. It'd be like the real Elle Woods.
I mean, Legally Blonde 3.
Actually, I should take this out. I don't want people stealing my ideas.
It's too late. We have a patent.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna take the time to edit it out. So
there's a patent.
But yeah, I feel like going back to school is really interesting because you go 2-3 months or a month, however long your break is, without holding a pencil.
And then when you get back, you're like, I'm trying to hold it so that it's not completely nasty, my writing. Because when the professor talks so quick, and there's people that change the slides. They're like, I'm over here like barely holding that pencil.
If you look at any notes that I've ever taken in any of those classes, it's like squiggles.
Squiggles.
Within
Only
2 days
you
I
can
cannot
read
reread it. Yeah.
Only you can read your mess.
So that's why sometimes I sit down and I rewrite my notes.
Whenever people ask me for the notes, I'm like,
good luck. You should have just been there instead. It would have been better.
I know, like, I'm gonna have to read it to you.
But I feel like going back to school and college is a lot different. It doesn't feel as exciting as when you were in, like, high school or middle school or elementary school.
I mean, because high school, I honestly, it's not that I didn't try. It's just it wasn't, like, such a big deal because the classes were not that bad, honestly.
No, not even, like, the AP classes. I felt like the AP classes
it felt like just a regular day, honestly.
Yeah.
I was never really, really stressed.
Oh, thank goodness. The heater took forever to turn off.
I was like, dang.
I was like, this whole time it's
getting hot.
No, I was over here thinking this whole time it's going to sound like we're in a freaking fridge.
Oh, yeah, where it's like, there's a freezer.
It's just going to sound bad. But you know what? I'm not re-recording this, so we'll see how that goes.
You get all the uglies.
Anyways, the last thing I wanted to talk about was how I remember as a kid, every time you would go back to school, not only did you have, like, all this new stuff, but you also, like, I don't know about you, but I would try to change my appearance as much as possible every year.
You did?
I
tried.
Like, okay, because I was that person who had, like, a full head of dyed hair. And yes, it felt like hay because of how much I bleached it.
Yeah.
But every year I would try to have, like, a new kind of, like, color in my hair or a new kind of haircut. And so there was one year that I had decided I wasn't going to change anything about my appearance. And then, like, mid-year, I chopped my hair, like...
Yeah, that's
not like
short.
a buzz cut, but it was, like, really short. It was, like, to my ears. So it was really short. It was a fun time, though. I liked not having to, like...
To do so much.
Yeah, because I have a lot of hair. My mom has always said that I have hair for 3 heads. And then it's always been pretty long.
Yeah.
I like long hair on me. And so every night this is a pain to have to detangle and everything, which is why it's frizzy and ugly. So yeah, that period of time having the short hair was nice.
It is nice. Since I didn't have it dyed way back then, I cut it so short, and it's always been really straight, but now that since I've done so much to it, it got kind of... but it used to be really straight and really soft, and I'd be like, wow. It would take me so little time to wash my hair. I loved it so much. But
I miss that time.
It was good because, like, literally you'd be like, ooh, I'm almost done. It dries so quick, at least to me.
Oh yeah, my hair is never dried quick. It takes like half the day for my hair to dry. And that was before my hair grew out.
Dang.
Now it takes like the whole day to dry.
Day and a half.
Day and a half.
Oh god.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah. So for your recommendation.
Okay. All right. I didn't even have to think about this. I've been watching it so often. Kim Possible. And I say that with no, I don't really care. It was part of my childhood, and I still like the episodes. Now that I got Disney Plus, it's great to rewatch some of my old shows. And Kim Possible for sure was one of my favorite ones. Also like Teen Titans, but that's a different network. I used to have a lot of things Kim Possible. It was insane. And now that I'm almost done with like the whole show, because they did like the whole show and then they did the movie. And I was actually talking to one of our other friends about how as kids we don't notice when these new episodes come out, but we were like so in it that we knew what was going on without even thinking about it. And so I was seeing how, because they did a movie and that does play into season 4, and I was just like, wait, when did the movie release? Because obviously I don't remember by heart. And I remember I was on my way to work, and I was like, I can't get this question out of my head. So I used Siri, and I asked her, and I was like, wait. And then I was like, wait, so when did this episode come out? And I was like, wow.
Mind blown.
I know. I was just like, as a kid, I was loving it. But yeah, Kim Possible for sure. I do recommend it. I think, yeah, that's about it.
Okay. I feel like that kind of ties into my recommendation, but also, usually when we record these, we know that every week we give recommendations, and neither one of us ever actually think about it until we're in the moment, and then we think of what to recommend.
Yeah.
And so sometimes we'll literally pause recording, and we're like, wait, let's think.
Yours?
Yeah, let's think about it. And usually we tell each other our recommendations before we actually say it on camera.
Mm-hmm.
This time I didn't tell her mine. For the exact reason that I want your reaction. I'm recommending an app called Episode.
I hate you.
Okay, so
she's back on it, y'all. We need to get her to.
So Episode, it was a guilty pleasure of mine, and I'm talking like
it's too guilty.
I would spend actual money on iTunes to buy passes to play
more episodes,
unlimited.
Yeah.
And so this is a game that I spent actual money on. I don't know how many dollars I've spent over the years.
Who knows?
But I have been playing it since like high school. It's been out. And I played it all throughout high school. I played it like freshman, sophomore year, where I was like really addicted because all of our classes were GE, so I had nothing to do. I didn't start playing it again, if that's what you're worried about, because yes, I was spending a lot of time and money.
She was spending so much. She'd be going to sleep. I remember first year at the dorms, like, she'd be going to sleep so late. And then I text her and she'd still be up. I was like, she's playing Episode. I already know it.
But the reason I'm recommending it is because there's no, I don't know about sales. I actually haven't opened the app since the last time I played, which was like 2 years ago. But there's a series on YouTube where Gen X Pen plays Episode, and she's only been playing like one episode. Oh my god, it's so cringy, it's so bad, but I love it so much because a lot of the stories are user stories, right? And typically it's like high schoolers, middle schoolers that are sitting there writing out the stories, and they think it's the best thing ever. And you know what? I'm reading them and I'm thinking it's the best thing ever too. I eat it all up. And this is coming from someone who has read like a ton of like classic literature, where you would say like, yes, she likes literature, she likes reading. But I will sit there and I will read those episode stories. I used to read Wattpad, like, that is, Shakespeare could never, okay, first off. So I'm recommending Episode. I feel like it feels nostalgic to me, even though I didn't play it growing up, it just does, because it's like more of a platform that you would think of, like, oh, this is for a kid. Yeah. So yeah, I highly recommend it. Don't spend physical money on it like I used to.
Yeah, once it tells you you're done reading, it's just done.
Just finish it. Go to sleep.
Go on a different app. Like, I don't care. Just don't.
But yeah, Episode. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Thank you, Gen X Pen, for refueling my love.
She's been playing that game for like 2 years.
Yeah, and I just barely noticed.
And it's not even finished yet.
I literally noticed yesterday, and yesterday I had absolutely nothing to do when I got home. Because I got home early. I got home like 8. And so I sat there and I watched all of her videos at once.
Oh yeah, you have to watch all of them. They're like
that's the thing
now.
Is that the game is episodic. Yeah. And so it goes by chapter, so you have to sit there and like play it in order. You can't play it out of order. That's why you get certain passes. Yeah. So each pass like lets you read a new chapter. But that is the end of me embarrassing myself.
For like 5 minutes straight talking about Episode.
It's a good game. Highly recommend.
Alright.
Okay. So that's the end. Yeah. For anybody who is in school and you're going back to school, good luck, because I think we all need it.
I know.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm so nervous. Alright.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.